Kolkata, a city draped in history, swathed in secrets. The air, thick with humidity and the scent of jasmine, carried whispers of ancient mysteries and modern intrigue. At the heart of it all, resided BOMKESH BAKSHI, not your average detective. He was a legend. His mind, a labyrinth of deduction and logic, was renowned for untangling the most complex of knots. His eyes, sharp as a hawk's, missed nothing. He was a beacon of justice in a city that often flirted with shadows. And now, a new shadow had fallen upon Kolkata. This time it was digital. The Royal Mint of Kolkata, a bastion of tradition and security, stood compromised, not by brute force but by invisible threads of malicious code. A digital heist of unprecedented scale was underway. The nation's gold reserves, meticulously guarded for centuries, were vulnerable. The air crackled with tension, the clock was ticking. Every second counted. The fate of the nation's treasure, its economic stability, hung precariously in the balance. This was no ordinary theft. It was a siege on the digital kingdom.
This is no ordinary case. The stakes are higher than ever before, and the complexity is beyond anything we've encountered. We need an arsenal of intellect, not just intuition. This isn't just about solving a mystery. It's about outsmarting a cunning adversary who hides in the shadows of the digital world.
BOMKESH BAKSHI, his face etched with concern, knew this was no ordinary case. The weight of the situation bore down on him, and he could feel the urgency in every fiber of his being. He needed an arsenal of intellect, not just intuition. His mind raced through the possibilities, considering every angle, every potential lead. His gaze swept across his dimly lit study, finally settling on his phone. The room was filled with the tools of his trade, but he knew he couldn't do this alone. It was time to assemble his team. Each call he made was to a trusted ally, each one a master in their field, ready to join the fight. Each member, a specialist in their own right, masters of the digital domain. They were more than just colleagues, they were a well-oiled machine, each part essential to the whole. There was Maya, the cryptography prodigy, her fingers dancing across keyboards, deciphering complex algorithms. Her mind worked at lightning speed, breaking down codes that would stump most. Then came Arnav, the network security maestro, his eyes glued to screens, tracing the hacker's digital footprints. His expertise in cybersecurity was unparalleled, and he could see patterns where others saw chaos. And finally, there was Priya, the financial forensics expert, adept at following the money trail through the labyrinthine world of digital currency. Her analytical skills were razor-sharp, and she could uncover hidden transactions with ease. Together, they were Kolkata's digital cavalry. Each one brought their unique skills to the table, and together, they formed an unstoppable force. They were ready to face the challenges ahead, to dive into the digital depths, and emerge victorious. The clock was ticking down mercilessly. With each passing hour, the attackers tightened their grip on the Royal Mint's systems. The virus, a digital serpent, was spreading its tendrils, encrypting crucial data, holding the nation's gold reserves hostage. The tension in the air was palpable.
We are up against formidable adversaries. These are no ordinary cybercriminals. They are ghosts in the machine, operating with chilling precision and leaving no trace.
The only clue, a cryptic calling card, a mask, digitally embedded in the compromised systems, the Mask of Tandav. Section 5. The elusive Mask of Tandav. The Mask of Tandav. A symbol of chaos and destruction, a harbinger of doom in Hindu mythology. But what did it signify in this digital age? Who were these cyber adversaries who cloaked themselves in ancient symbolism?
It was a message, a threat, a declaration of power. But it was also a clue, a breadcrumb leading deeper into the labyrinth of this digital heist. The mask held the key to unraveling the identity of the perpetrators.
Section 6. Riddles in the Quantum Realm. Days turned into nights. The team worked relentlessly, fueled by caffeine and the urgency of their mission.
The attackers were using a highly sophisticated quantum computing algorithm, making their encryption virtually impenetrable. But embedded within the code, I discovered a riddle. A riddle that spoke of a hidden server farm, a digital fortress, a quantum data hub, nestled somewhere amidst the chaos of Kolkata.
The riddle was intricate, almost poetic, but for BOMKESH, it was a map, a beacon leading him closer to the heart of the digital fortress. Section 7. The Serpent in the Sanctuary. The clock was about to run out. The final countdown had begun. BOMKESH, guided by the riddle and his own intuition, found himself standing before an unassuming building in the heart of Kolkata's old business district. This was it, the quantum data hub, the nerve center of the digital heist.
Each step I took felt heavier, laden with the weight of the impending crisis. I could sense it, almost taste it, the betrayal. It hung in the air, a bitter truth about to be unveiled.
And then he saw him, Ajit, his trusted assistant, his confidant, standing amidst a tangle of wires and servers, a smirk playing on his lips. Betrayal. It's a word that carries the weight of 1,000 broken promises. It cut deep, especially from someone you trusted. The sting of betrayal from a close friend is a wound that takes time to heal. But BOMKESH BAKSHI was not a man to be deterred, not by betrayal, not by anything. His resolve was unshakable, not when the stakes were this high. The fate of the city, the safety of its people, all rested on his shoulders. His mind, sharper than ever, cut through the fog of betrayal, dissecting every clue, every piece of evidence with precision. Focusing on the task at hand, he knew there was no room for error. Every second counted.
Ajit, how could you? The words echoed in the room, filled with disbelief and hurt.
He confronted Ajit, a silent duel of wits and technology ensuing between them. The air was thick with tension.
BOMKESH, you have no idea what you're up against. Ajit's voice was cold, calculating.
With minutes to spare, BOMKESH managed to outmaneuver Ajit, gaining control of the system. His fingers flew over the keyboard, each keystroke a step closer to victory, halting the virus just as it was about to breach the final firewall protecting the nation's gold reserves. The digital fortress crumbled, but BOMKESH stood tall. The masterminds behind the Tandav mask were apprehended. Justice was served, and the city was safe once more. The city breathed a collective sigh of relief. As the first light of dawn broke through the horizon, a new day began, free from the shadows of betrayal. Victory, yet it tasted like ash in BOMKESH's mouth, the betrayal, a wound that throbbed with a dull ache.
Why, Ajit, why?
The question echoed in the silence of the room as the police led a handcuffed Ajit away.
I had my reasons, Bakshi Babu. You wouldn't understand.
But as he was led away, a flicker of something else crossed his eyes. Fear, regret, BOMKESH couldn't be sure. The digital heist had been averted, the perpetrators brought to justice. The city of Kolkata slowly began to heal, the rhythm of life returning to its chaotic normalcy. But for BOMKESH, the scars of the ordeal remained. The betrayal, the realization that even in the digital age, human emotions remained the most complex of algorithms. As he sat in his study, the faint hum of the city reaching him through the open window, he couldn't help but feel a profound sense of unease. The digital world, for all its complexities, had become a new battleground, and he, BOMKESH BAKSHI, was now a seasoned warrior in this new age of cyber warfare. The case of the digital heist would forever be etched in the annals of BOMKESH BAKSHI's illustrious career. It was a case that not only challenged his intellect, but also tested the very core of his principles. The city of Kolkata, with its bustling streets and hidden alleys, became the backdrop for a battle of wits and wills. A stark reminder that the battleground may change, but the enemy remained the same: greed, power, and the dark potential of the human heart. The digital age had merely given these age-old vices a new playground, a new mask to hide behind. Yet the essence of the conflict remained unchanged. But through it all, BOMKESH BAKSHI, the enigmatic detective of Kolkata, stood his ground. His presence was a beacon of hope in a city that often found itself shrouded in shadows. With every step he took, he reaffirmed his commitment to justice, to uncovering the truth no matter how deeply it was buried. His mind, a fortress of logic and deduction, remained impenetrable. Every clue, every piece of evidence was meticulously analyzed, every theory rigorously tested. BOMKESH's ability to see through the fog of deception was unparalleled, making him a formidable adversary for any criminal. The digital heist had tested his spirit, his trust, his very belief in humanity. It was a case that brought him face to face with the darker aspects of human nature, forcing him to confront his own doubts and fears. Yet it was also a case that strengthened his resolve, his unwavering belief in the power of truth and justice. But it had also proven, once again, that even in a world increasingly dominated by technology, it was the human spirit, the unwavering pursuit of truth, that ultimately prevailed. The digital age, with all its advancements, could not overshadow the timeless values of integrity and perseverance. The legend of BOMKESH BAKSHI, the defender of justice, endured. His story, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, continued to inspire. In the heart of Kolkata, amidst the chaos and the calm, the legend of BOMKESH BAKSHI lived on, a beacon of hope and justice for all.